Hello friends, hope you all are doing great. So today in this video I'm going to talk about we'll discuss about what exactly the P2 is, because the P2p, that is procure to pay, it plays a very important role in the AP, that is accounts payable. Okay, so we will discuss end-to-end process about what exactly the P2p and how exactly this work and how this is going to be helpful in the interview. P2P, it is all about the procure to pay. Procure to pay, so first of all, we'll discuss how this cycle works. So the P2P cycle, it's exactly this cycle start from the purchase requisition. So what exactly the purchase requisition? Purchase requisition, it's all about the purchase requisition internal document. Purchase requisition, it is an internal document, which means it is a document where actually it's based upon the buyer. For example, I'm a buyer, I'm an individual, and I'm an employee of a company. So in my company, the company needs a 500 laptops. So here the company will not go directly and they will not find vendors into the market directly. Okay, so this purchase requisition, it is a kind of a request which used by internal team in terms of by from the side of a requester. Okay, so I need a 500 laptops. So what I will do is what exactly what includes into purchase requisitions, what are the steps, what are the things which are involved into the purchase requisitions, which involves the requester names, the vendor names, the quantity, quality, like about the descriptions, what exactly the dates, this all fields are which would be mentioned exactly into the purchase requisition document. So this document purchase requisition which would be approved by the manager. For example, I'm working in a company and the manager supposed to be approve that purchase requisition. Okay, so once my manager approved, it will be moved to the next step. What would be the next step? So here just want to clear. So first step, it would be a purchase requisition team. Okay, so the first step is purchase requisition, and the second would be come here is that is procurement team. Here the procurement team will come into the picture. Why? Because here we need actual and resource. So we are contacting to the purchase requisition team. Purchase requisition team is also called as a procurement team. So the procurement team usually they work on behalf of the purchasers, behalf of the requesters. Who is the requester here? We are the requester here because we need a goods and we are requesting the goods, and we are looking for the procurement team to follow the steps, to follow the procedure of the accounts payable. Usually this would be followed by the large scale and medium scale companies. Okay, clear? All right. So here now if I talk about the second step, that is procurement team. So what exactly the procurement team and how exactly work and how they will come into the picture here. So the procurement team, what they will do, the procurement team, first of all, we will contacting here to the procurement team stating that these are our requirements. We need a 500 laptops and these are our requirements which we are looking into the market into the cheap and best price. Every company need a best quality, best quantity in a cheap price, right? If I'm wrong, please correct me. So this is the like strategies of the every companies here. Okay, so what they will do is they will look out to the purchase, they will approach to the procurement team. the procurement team the procurement team, what they will do, they will work on behalf of us to find out the right vendor, for us based upon the requirements, based upon our needs, based upon our requirements. Okay, got it? Clear? So based upon our requirements, based upon our whatever the quality, like whatever which we are looking for, which we are desire, like which we have any needs based upon the products and services. So the procurement team, they will look out to the vendors into the market. They will find out those vendors, particular vendors, based upon our requirements. Once they find out the particular vendors, there are some couple of vendors who usually they will find out into the market. Once they find out into the market, they will ask for quotation, that is request for quotation, usually we call as. What exactly the request for quotation? So here the request for quotation, what exactly does it mean? Request for quotation, it is as the procurement team will ask for the vendors, like what are the qualities, what are the quantities, what are the products which you have, which are, whether it is a matching as per the needs of buyer, as per the needs of the requesters. Everything should be matched here. Once they send that, once the vendor send that RFQ, that is request for quotation, and if everything goes fine, is everything is okay, then what so he will, the procurement team will connect to the requesters, stating thus we found this vendor into the market based upon our requirements. So please verify it, please let us know, please recheck whether this vendor, these are the vendors which we found into the market. So please look into this, and if you are okay, if you are good to go, then we will be communicating with to the vendors, so that we will get services, product and services into the future, and we will continue if everything goes well. This is how we will communicate to the requesters. As I'm here now, as of now, as I'm talking on behalf of the procurement team, because here we are discussing about the procurement team. So don't get confused, guys. So here I'm talking on behalf of the procurement. So as I'm working on behalf of, as a procurement team, then I will be contacting to the, to whom I will be contacting, to the requesters. These are the vendors which we found based upon your requirements. Okay. So once the requesters, if they are okay, okay, you can just go ahead and finalize the price based upon the payment terms, each and everything. So like the agreement, each and everything, if everything is finalized, then we will what I will do is, as I'm working on behalf of procurement team, or I'm working for procurement team, what I will do is, in that case, then I will raise a PO. What is PO? As you all guys know, I will not go into the deep much about the PO. So here the PO is all about the purchase order. So what I will do here, I will create the purchase order on behalf of the requesters, as these are the 500 laptops where the requesters need it. So what I will do, I will submit it to the vendors. So these are the requirements of a purchaser, these are the requirements of a requesters. So based upon that, the vendor will send the goods, the vendor will send the invoice, the vendor will send the goods to the godown. Once they send the goods at the godown, the inventory team, the godown team, they will do the three-way match, whether the GR, whether the PO, whether the invoice is matching with three of us, whether if we compare both three together, it should be matched. There should not be any mismatch in terms of any quantity mismatch, or any discrepancy. There should not be any discrepancies. Everything well and good. We will confirm whether the GRN has been, whether we will make a note of GRN that the goods has been received successfully and it is matching with the PO. Okay. So once we receive the invoice, we need to make sure whatever we receive the invoice from the vendor, it should be matched with the PO, and then only we will consider as a GRN, that is goods received notes. Goods received note only come into the picture here when the invoice quantity should be matched with the PO, exactly how much we have given order to the procurement team. If not, if something is missing, if anything is missing out, if we found any discrepancies, then we will not process those invoices, or we will ask any outstanding invoices, or we will ask for any some we will contacting to the procurement team, or we will be contacting to the vendors. But here in this case, like usually in most of the companies, we will not be directly contacting to the vendors. We will be contacting directly to the procurement time. Make sure we will not contact, but in some scenarios, based upon the companies to which companies we are working for, based upon the clients which we are working for, it depends. In some companies, there are, that the AP team usually they will be directly contacting to the vendors, but in some scenarios, in some companies, we will not be contacting, we are not supposed to contact directly to the vendors, because the reason it would be, there would be a chances of escalations, or there may be a chances of miscommunications, or there may be a chances of something which not goes well, or something which it is actually based upon the policies, terms and company policies. It depends upon actually. So in as per my point of view, we should not supposed to reach out directly to the vendor until and unless we reach out to the procurement team. If the procurement team is unanswerable, if the procurement team is not responding to us, then on exception base, we will be contacting to the vendors. Okay, so once we receive the vendor, once we receive the invoices, we will be processing those invoices, and we need to make sure whatever the invoices which we are processing, those invoices should be processed with 100% accuracy, or at least you need to make sure the invoices should be processed with 99% of accuracy, or you guys knows, then the company is supposed to pay the penalty, and it also affect and it also impact on our goodwill, because the vendors, if we want to get services from the vendors, then we need to make sure we are giving an expected services to the vendors. This is all about that is here the SLA come into the picture. SLA, service level. What exactly the SLA? SLA is service level agreement. You guys all knows the service level agreement, what exactly here. So the service level agreement, it would be an agreement between a company and the vendors, like how much the services which we can able to give you, in terms of we will be providing the service with the accuracy, and we need to make sure we will be making you payment on payment, we will not delay, and we will process the invoices on time. This is the time period, this is the time schedule which we will be giving you services on given period of time, that is a turnaround. So there are many things which will come into the SLS, but as I explained you guys, these are some of the points, important points which need to make sure whenever the SLA come into the picture. Okay, so this is how the P2P exactly the cycle work. Guys, if you have any questions apart from the P2P, in terms of like you guys are lagging behind for interviews due to the lack of knowledge, and you are getting rejected and again, usually in interview the interview will ask about what is the P2P, what there are so many questions of what relates to P2P. In terms of like there are many questions. If I talk about like accrual, what is accrual? Accrual expenses, what is dividend, and make sure the general entry is also a main factor which you guys supposed to be get well prepared about this, because in interview usually the HR manager who are hiring you, they want to focus, they wanted to know how good how strong you are into an accounts and finance background in terms of AP domain. So they will test you in terms of they I will ask about each and everything. So they might be ask you about, okay, tell me if you when we receive the invoice, okay, tell me like what are the general entries will come into the picture when we are doing AP, like in terms of if we are working on AP. So you can say like there are many general entries, but I will tell you some of the general entries, like when we receive the goods at the godown, what would be the general entry? The general entry would be a goods received, GRIR account data, sorry, inventory account data to GRIR. Inventory, because here we are receiving the inventory at the go down. So here what we are doing is inventory. So inventory account data, we are receiving the inventory. So inventory account data to GRIR. Okay. And when we receive invoices, what would be the general entries? The interviewer might be ask you. So we should be well prepared in the interview. We should not give any chance to the interview so that they may reject us. So we need to make sure we should prepare best from our end. If he is rejecting, it's that's not our mistake. That's fine. If we are rejecting in the current interview, that's fine. There may be a chances where would be like other interview we are gonna to attempt it for another company. There may be a chances where we can able to crack the interview, or at least, for example, if you got rejected, at least you will learn like exactly why you got rejected. You may get some idea like on what basis, what are the some down to lines, you know, like in terms of where you are getting rejected, what are the key points, what are the some of the factors where based upon that where you are getting rejected. You will come to know end to end, you know, like points. You need to calculate, analyze it, and you need to work on it. Are you getting my point, guys? So there are these are the some of the points which you need to make sure whenever you are processing the invoices, whenever you are giving the interviews. So I would request you guys, so whatever you guys have any doubt related to the accounts payable end-to-end process, either it may be a general entries or any questions or any related to the SAP SAP fee code, T codes, what are the T codes and how exactly this work, and many things. So whatever the knowledge which I do have, I will try my best to share with you guys. So in return, I'm expecting some small thing from you guys. So I would kindly request you to please subscribe my YouTube channel so that this would be helpful for you guys to learn some new things, to learn some new challenges where you are lagging behind to get your interview cracked. So I would request you to please subscribe my channel. I will make sure whatever the things, whatever the information which I am aware about the APP, the knowledge which whatever the knowledge which I do have, I will try my best to share with you guys. So please, I'm requesting again you guys subscribe my YouTube channel so that I will help you with the end-to-end process of P2p, and hopefully you guys will clear the interviews, and hopefully you guys will subscribe my channel. So that's all from my end for this video, and if you guys have any doubts, please go ahead and just drop a comment. I will make sure to reply your each and every comments. That's all from my end for today. So we'll meet in the next video, and please do let me know which topics are you interested, what which makes me to make a video for you guys. So drop a comment, whatever the queries which you have, I will try to make a video on those particular topic. That's all. Thank you from my end. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.